Hi, everyone. Well, for the people that is in. Hold on one second.
All right, there we go. Yep, it's starting to count.
Is that too loud? No. Okay. Okay. Welcome everybody. This is the pre-show. We're gonna be on here for probably about 5 minutes. I'm going to go offline so I can share this. Remember to follow this. Follow us on all social media platforms, including here on YouTube, wherever you are. If you on TikTok, Facebook, X, share it. Share. And I will be right back.
Yeah, and we got our boy Mid-South to NWA on TikTok. Joining us today, one of our favorite contributors to the platform and everything. Definitely appreciate Mid-South taking time out of his schedule to hang out with us for a little bit with his Whose House Swerve House shirt.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
you got the white one. I got the red one.
I made this one myself.
That's all right.
Nice.
That's all right. I got the switchblade.
Then we got the Enforcer. Which one you got?
Switchblade, brother.
Switchblade. Nice. I got my Takeshita shirt over there, but I opted to wear our pro wrestling t-shirt.
What's good, Hulk? What's going on?
What's good, Hulk? How you doing, man? Chris should be back on. He's just doing a little bit of housekeeping on the back end, and we'll go ahead and get the show on the road. But yeah, man, we got some NBA before we get started. We got some NBA playoff that transpired over this weekend. I don't know if y'all follow NBA basketball, but I know that the Lakers had a.
He just said you going to start. You just started trouble. See, this is why we say. This is why we say you a sneaky heel. This is why we say you a sneaky heel. We just.
What am I talking about?
We want to talk about the Lakers. You know what? How about this?
We got the we got the
it's like
the
9
Bucks.
games going on, and he started with the Lakers.
Right. You talking about the Clippers and the Nuggets about the brawl?
No, the Nuggets, that was a good one. Aaron Gordon with the 0.1 second putback dunk.
That was, they had to watch that junk at least 8 to 9 times. Like, did he get on?
It was in the cylinder.
There was a guy.
Perfect pass.
I don't know if y'all saw it on Facebook, but there was a guy that bet $50 that Aaron Gordon would have
We're gonna hit the game winner, yeah, on FanDuel.
Dude won $10,000.
That's one of those like random, like okay, whatever. Put $50 on it, see what happens.
Yeah, and $10,000.
My brother. Speaking of FanDuel, my brother wins on that a lot.
So does mine.
Better have your brother have a FanDuel segment to help us out.
He won $5,000 on college.
Okay,
1 week.
That's not bad.
My question is, do you lose money on that motherfucker? You just
of course.
I mean, the only time you lose money is if you bet it.
Yeah, I'm about to say gambling.
Yeah.
Now the only thing is you got pay them taxes on them winnings too.
That's right.
People like, I won $20K on here. I'm like, all right.
You won 17.
Listen, I understand. Uncle
you won
Sam
17, yeah.
Uncle Sam is watching. He gonna get his bucket. Give my shit now. When you celebrate, before you try to spend my money.
Now you had the Knicks and Pistons. That was a good game as well. Knicks won by 1 point, 94-93.
That's 2 games in a row they won by a bucket.
And then they said it was a foul or no call that they should have called on Josh Hart at the end when he kind of pushed the player, the Pistons player.
Listen, it's the playoffs. You got.
But it's good that it's funny you mentioned that because like with going back to that Nuggets game, Aaron Gordon had got into it with James Harden. Regular season, that would have been like you're out, go to the lockers. But it's like, let them.
Yeah,
emotions are high, let them play, and then Aaron Gordon ended up doing the game winner.
you gotta think it's the playoffs. It's the time all the star players that's available is gonna be playing.
Right.
Trying to kick those star player out. The NBA need those ratings up just like any other person need them up.
Yeah, like let them play.
Yeah, let them play. So again, I already know what Miss South said. We're gonna pre-show. But NFL draft is over, man. Before I already asked you about y'all team, so I don't want y'all to. But what y'all think about Shador 5th round?
Shador getting. I want to admit. You know what, Miss? What's your thoughts on that?
Look, I love Colorado. I love Coach Prime.
Mm-hmm.
This whole Shador thing, man. I think he got blackballed.
I think so too.
I think I believe it was a conspiracy. Remember the whole Chris Jericho thing, conspiracy victim? That was Shador. That was Shador Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those people that did all that sneaky media stuff over the last week and a half, 2 weeks,
yes, sir,
really had some of these teams believing he wouldn't go to your team or whatever, and he had a bad interview with them, and it was the worst interview ever. The most backhanded, underhanded crap I ever seen in my entire. I don't know. I guess I started watching football when I was 6 or 7, so 38 years of watching football.
What up, Corey?
Ain't never seen nothing like that before.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, it remind me of, if y'all remember the 83 or 84 draft where they did with Dan Marino, almost the same thing. But
yeah, the draft that had Kenny Eason going higher than him, and
right. But this was way different. This was I'm going to use you as an example.
Well, a lot of people on Twitter like, yeah, that's what he get. But I'm like, what was the same energy when Eli was like, I'm not going to San Diego?
Right.
What you mean me going to San Diego? I ain't going there.
Eli, what's
John Elway?
John Elway.
John Elway did that too, I think.
No, Tua's dad did the same thing. Well, but this is an example because one, what's the difference between those guys and Shador? Shador got to add to his father. He's confident. You don't want no young dude confident. You don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, they want them to kiss. They want them to kiss the ring.
Was good.
So
yeah, we getting into the pre-show. Appreciate everybody that's coming through. Make sure you hit that like button, whatever platform y'all are watching us on. Right now, we are currently live on Twitter, on X, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch. Appreciate everybody that are watching us on any platform that you're watching us on. We are here with Miss South from NWA on TikTok. We're here with the Enforcer, Mr. Attention Getter, Mr. Fat Daddy the Enforcer.
That's only on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Fat Daddy is only Thanksgiving and Christmas. Guapo
and Chris should be here in about 2 to 3 minutes. What's up, Willis?
You know what's bullshit about the NFL draft is that almost like wrestling fans. When your predictions are wrong, that's when y'all mad as hell. Yeah, all right. So of course I'm gonna say I'm not afraid. I'm a Giants fan, and they thought Shador was coming. I said in the history of the New York Football Giants, they had never drafted a black quarterback, and that was surprising they did. Just by talking to them surprised me, but don't downgrade the quarterback that they did because he was top 3 quarterback of the whole draft anyway.
He was a Heisman. Wasn't Shador a Heisman finalist?
No,
I think Shador was 5th.
He was 5th.
He was 5th, top 5, right? So finalists is only 3, right? Top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was in a running, I guess.
Technically, it's whoever they invite to the show, because they've invited more than 3 sometimes.
Okay.
I'm ready. Right. Hey, everybody, what's up? Sorry.
All right, we got the Megatron live with
correct.
Megatron.
Correct yourself.
Don't disappoint me.
Timeless Megatron.
Timeless Megatron. Right.
All
right.
We'll see y'all after our intro for episode 289. Almost on a road to 300.
11 more episodes.
11 more episodes.
Hey, one question. One question. Put it all in the comments. Did you wash your ass today?
Oh, are you washing your ass? That's crazy.
Did you wash your ass? Very important. Very important.
It's a valid question.
Right now.
That's a valid question. Very valid. Well, what's going on, wrestling true believers? It's a great day in Zimbabwe. It's been a while since we've been on here as a. Excuse me. It's been a while since we've been here as a collective, but we're here. Miss South, thank you so much for joining us this evening for episode 289. You already know who I am. Yes, I go by a different name now. It's because of the fans. I don't know why they name me this. Shut the fuck up. I don't know why they named me this shit on the cookout. They named me Timeless. Well, they named me Megatron, but I said Timeless Megatron. Y'all like that shit? More than likely, I'm gonna probably have a t-shirt by the time we get to the 300 episodes. But anyway, this evening, everybody, we have a very healthy agenda. So for the very first hour, we are going to have a study on WrestleMania, the build to WrestleMania, WrestleMania itself, after WrestleMania. And yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, so the topic of discussion is WrestleMania 41 considered one of the biggest flops in the Triple H era? There's been a lot of controversy that's been going on before and after WrestleMania. I don't know if I should call this a mega company. I do not know if it's ran by the KK. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. I do not know if it's ran by the KKK. I don't know who's in charge. I don't know who's a pillar. I don't know who's the board of directors. I don't know who's the COO. But all I know is that WrestleMania just it didn't do me no justice. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna dissect it as a whole. Comment section, if you guys have any comments, any questions, anything, put them in the comment section so one of our lovely hosts can grab your comment. We'll post it and we will respond accordingly. The second hour will be nothing but AEW. If we can get some news and rumors, we'll probably slide it in. Other than that, anything we do not talk about tonight, we're talking about on the cookout. I will be getting my account back at 2:00 tomorrow Central Time. So whatever we don't talk about, we'll talk about tomorrow night. All right, cool. So for the first subject, or this timeline, Ziggy, if you can pull it up for me. All right. So the peeps in the IWC world, or if you want to call it the world of the bed bugs or the moist people that don't take baths, but I digress. People have been talking about this power struggle between The Rock and Triple H. Now, you guys know, if you know, Triple H and The Rock have had a very storied, long history in the ring before they became a boss, before they became a COO, or what have you. Now, this issue, this power struggle goes all the way back. The bullshit that we seen, it goes all the way back to WrestleMania 40. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. Okay, cool. So you remember Triple H took a shot at The Rock? Remember when they had that little fallout in Las Vegas between Cody Rhodes and The Rock? When Rock said, when Cody Rhodes said that to The Rock that your mother is ashamed of you and blah, blah, blah. Rock didn't like that shit. Roman Reigns didn't like that shit. And then that's when Rock slapped the shit out of Cody. So you remember that shit, right? Mm-hmm. So then in the back, Rock had some choice words for Triple H. He said, you need to get your fucking shit together or I'm going to fuck you up or some type of shit. I don't think it was that explicit, but, you get what I mean. So on Friday, that next Friday, Triple H cut a promo and literally said that Rock needs to know his role. He's not the boss. He does what he wants, and you know how the DX theme song is and shit. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. So, cut all that bullshit. We fast forward to October of last year. Remember Bad Blood? Yeah, I remember that shit too. Let's go to that one.
All right.
What the fuck is this? Rock literally remember
the
after
countdown.
WrestleMania. Yeah. So remember after WrestleMania 40, right? Rock disappeared. He told Cody, don't disappoint me like he's Megatron. He's not a final boss. He damn sure not Megatron. I'm tired of him taking my shit. Okay. So this man comes out of nowhere. I'm Bad Blood. There was a rumor that he was going to come out. And this man comes out and says 3, 2, 1. And then doing the Uncle Take a slit throat bullshit. We don't know what the fuck is this. So hopefully we was going to get some answers. Fast forward to Raw on Netflix. Raw on Netflix, I thought Rock was going to tell us what's his true intentions. Instead, this man got drunk, drinking his favorite tequila that he owns, and he cuts a face promo. And we're trying to figure out what the fuck is this man doing? What are you doing? So at that time, that man literally killed 6 months of storytelling in 2025, right? And I don't know if we've seen this shit into the future, but Rock has really been on the road. So that's what I'm saying. This is why we're doing a timeline. So you guys will understand why we are doing this evening. So now we fast forward to the Elimination Chamber. Yes, I'm skipping the Royal Rumble because the Royal Rumble is really not pertaining to this conversation. We're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with The Rock. So let's go to the next slide. So it's The Rock, the Bad Bug, aka Travis Scott and John Cena that turned heel at the Elimination Chamber. We were trying to figure out why. Why did he turn on a, I guess, throwaway pay-per-view? We don't know. Okay. We're thinking that at that time that John Cena had one of the best heel turns, and it is. It is one of the best heel turns in the modern day era. Of all time, I don't know. That's up to history to decide. But we're thinking that Rock was going to be involved. Rock was going to make Cody's life a living hell. But instead, moving forward, we had 3 weeks of just back and forth between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. No Rock. Rock didn't even show up. Rock didn't even do via satellite. He didn't even do shit. Didn't show up. Didn't show up to no commercials. Nothing. We didn't hear nothing. It was just absolutely radio silence. Now, Mr. Travis Scott went back to the hole that he came from with his ugly ass hardcore championship, but I digress. Let's move on to the next. So now this is where shit gets a little bit weird. So now, Mr. Levesque, aka Triple H, this man is going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame thanks to his slutty ass wife and everybody else that, you know, likes to dick ride and shit and say, hey, Triple H, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to play the game. You know what I'm saying? So there's other people that was going to be in the Hall of Fame, but it just seems that Mr. Levesque wanted to paint the whole picture on him and him only. And this is what we seen to the time we found out he was going to be inducted to the time of WrestleMania. When I tell you that this man is the most insecure bitch I've ever seen in my goddamn life, for real. So this is what we see. We didn't see any like vignettes about Les Luger, which I don't give a fuck. Michelle McCool, not going to even talk about her. But everybody else, I mean, we had Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart get inducted to the Hall of Fame because of their best match at WrestleMania 13, as they should. But at the end of the day, it was all about Triple H and nobody else. Okay? Next slide. So now it gets more weirder. So now, Rock is hinting that there's a possible partnership between him and New Japan. What? Why does he have a Rubik's Cube? Why does he have a shirt on? When did they actually give a fuck about New Japan Wrestling? Whatever. Okay, moving on. It gets weirder, y'all. So now your tribal chief comes out on an interview. Now, remind you, it did happen during WrestleMania week, but we found out on WrestleMania week. This man actually did an interview with Vandy Air, and this man like literally made it known that this man supports Trump. He's a centrist or Ice Cube. I don't know, but according to him, he said the reason why he supports Trump, he voted for Trump because on one side they gave information and the other side didn't. So let me just translate this for you. He said that Harris did not do anything for him, but Trump was the one that was very informative. So, in other words, this man is a MAGA supporter and got a lot of backlash. It was a very interesting 24 hour. There's more. Next slide. Then these motherfuckers, they show up. They give the Ulafala to fucking Donald Trump. What are we doing? Why? Why are they doing this? You know, I knew that them Samoans wasn't playing with a full deck, but I mean, oh my God, I do not know what the fuck is going on. But it oh my goodness, I don't know what this was about. I don't know. I don't care. We're gonna move on now. We're getting into WrestleMania weekend. Next slide. When I tell you that Stand and Deliver was one of the best pay-per-views of that weekend, it literally killed WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. And it wasn't even fucking close. Okay. It doesn't make any sense that Stand Deliver is your developmental brand that literally did a brand like WrestleMania, something that has been around since either one of us was born. It literally outdid WrestleMania, and it's embarrassing. Even though they're under the same brand, you would have thought that WrestleMania would have that's the granddaddy of them all. But for some reason, WrestleMania just underperformed. So now we go into WrestleMania itself. Next slide. The Rose Bowl, yes. Thank you, Miss Al. So now we go to WrestleMania. We have night one. Night one was, for me, was a complete flop, except for the main event, which you've seen Seth Rollins join forces with Paul Heyman. everything else, I mean, you had just Charlotte and everything else. I really
in the ladies match with Io.
No, that was night 2.
I'm sorry, night. Okay.
Yeah, that was night 2. I'm getting to night 2 in a minute. But once again, night 1 for me was considered a flop. Okay. If I can only remember 2 matches and everything else was trash, I'm sorry, but for me, that's a flop. Night 2, this is what Ziggy was talking about. The women's triple threat match between Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. Probably one of the best women's matches I've seen. As a matter of fact, it was probably match of the night for me. You had Jacob Fatu. That was on night 1. That was good. I'm sorry, I have to go back. I have to remind myself. But yeah, that was night 2 definitely outperformed night 1. But the main event was trash. So remember when I talked about the bed bug Travis Scott? Yeah, Travis Scott came out there. You would have thought that The Rock would accompany Travis Scott to the ring. That didn't happen. Remember, Rock is radio silent. We do not know what Rock is doing. We do not know. But I think this was during, like after WrestleMania, we found that The Rock was doing an interview with Pat McAfee. Yeah. But it gets better. Remember during WrestleMania week, they were promoting Backlash and did not promote nothing else. How in the fuck you promoting a throwaway pay-per-view and not concentrating on your biggest pay-per-view in your company? Please explain that shit to me. You didn't get through night 1, you didn't get through night 2, but yet you're promoting Backlash. It doesn't make sense at all. So now we go to the WrestleMania roast. And this really took the cake for me. So you had this KKK member, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. This man is a racist piece of trash that was at a Trump rally in New York City in Madison Square Garden saying that Puerto Rico is a landfill. And for some reason, someone had this bright idea by bringing him to the roast of WrestleMania so he can continue his antics. But it gets better. So Nia Jax literally aired out her grievances about Cody Rhodes, about Charlotte, about damn near half of the goddamn locker room, but it's more so concentrated on Charlotte and Cody Rhodes. I don't have the transcripts. I really wish I did. But when I tell you that it was so bad that Charlotte literally had to unfriend her on social media, that's how bad it got. Then it's Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's turn. This man literally was on some far right bullshit, and I do not know why. So Paul McAfee, he was on the Paul McAfee show, whatever. I believe this was like on Monday before Raw, right? So he got into it with Michael Cole. They made a AEW reference saying, "Hey, I don't see you complaining. I don't see you going down to Jacksonville and blah 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 blah." And it's like, and then someone said that he sucked. So they turned around, they scoped the person that said he sucked. It was a Mexican fan. So he said that, who the fuck you talking to? He said, oh, well, you can't be talking shit because you're the one that's going to get deported. Yeah, he said that shit. Like, literally had the balls to say that shit. Now, I understand that you and your heel persona, I get it. But at the same time, what the fuck are we doing? I'm just not understanding this shit. But that's either here or there. I think we're done with that. Oh, no. So now, I'm sorry. So now we go. Now, I think I already gave you guys like a little picture of, you know, what's been going on. So I'm going to let the other folks come in because now we're going to talk about Raw after WrestleMania and then SmackDown as well. But no, before we get into that, because this actually happened on Tuesday, but we'll go back to to Raw and SmackDown. Let me just tell you about this. So this bald motherfucker decided to come on the Pat McAfee show, tell us why he did not do. He said, now get this, everybody. This is the funny part. So this man said the reason why he did not perform at WrestleMania, why he went radio silent, because he said he did not want to take the shine away from Cody Rhodes or The Rock. But this is the motherfucker that decided to want to swallow souls. So he couldn't get Cody's, so he swallowed John Cena's. So you would have thought that this man would have been, I guess, the puppeteer, someone that's like, you know, I'm gonna fuck you up every week. I'm gonna fuck your whole understanding up. This man went radio silent, went on a goddamn podcast with Pat McAfee, and literally shitted on Triple H. On top of that, shit on Triple H. Talk about, well, you know, as far as the ending goes for night 2, you know, if I was a booker or if I was part of creative, I wouldn't have did it like that. What? So why the fuck you wasn't there? So the one thing that pisses me off about The Rock, right? Like, I get that you are the number one man in Hollywood. You are the number one paid man in Hollywood. I get it. But what I don't understand is that you sat here and not only destroyed maybe a week. No. You destroyed maybe 2 years of storytelling that involves you and other storylines. And you just don't understand that what you did was a complete ripple effect. It was a domino effect because your dumbass did not want to hold yourself accountable. And yet you the one that initiated the bullshit with one of the greatest heel turns in modern day era history. And all you said was, well, I didn't want to take the shine away from John Cena or Cody Rhodes. So, my nigga, why the fuck you were there in the first goddamn place? That's my whole thing. Listen, y'all. Got me fucking spinning this shit all fucking moist. This shit bothered me. This whole WrestleMania buildup, this whole WrestleMania, like, we're going to come out and be MAGA supporters. We're going to come out and not do our jobs, but I'm going to tell you how to do your job because I can do your job better than you can do your job, but I'm not present. I mean, it's just wild. Shit is wild. But then everybody wants to sit up here and they want to say Triple H is not at fault. It's The Rock. In my point of view, I believe it's The Rock's fault and it's Triple H's fault. Triple H do not know how to fucking book, but he know how to copy all people's quizzes. Okay? So I feel... But this man know how to... He know how to copy all motherfuckers' work. And we have seen that on SmackDown with the Aleister Black situation. We'll talk about that in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I need a break because I literally got stressed the fuck out by just going down this timeline. I want to know what you guys think. Everything that I have literally laid out for you guys, we're going to have the panel talk about it, comment section. If y'all want to talk about it, put it down in the comment section, and I'm done.
Oh,
yeah, okay. Let's turn over to Miss-Out. Miss-Out, what are your thoughts of this? Kind of like what Chris went through the timeline from WrestleMania last year all the way to now with the build and the inconsistencies, and looking back at it now, Cody Rhodes finished his story and now he's dropped the belt. What is your thoughts on just like how everything is kind of transpiring in this Paul Levesque era? As they've said on live TV, this is the Paul Levesque era. So what are your thoughts of this, Miss Out?
I hate you, Antonio.
I'll give quick thoughts.
I'm sorry. I just go ahead, Miss Out.
I'm gonna make 2 quick points and then I'll just fill in on whatever y'all talk about because I think the 2 points that I'm gonna make will have something to do with what you guys are gonna say. So my 2 things are, number 1, The Rock should not have been involved at all this year. There was literally no reason for him to be involved. Now, that said, he was involved. So my issue with all of it is,
Mhm.
I mean, people are saying the Cena thing was the modern day era greatest heel turn or whatever. That and I can tell you why. I don't want to explain why now, but I can tell you why that heel turn should not have happened until WrestleMania.
Mm.
It was wasted to me.
I
So
agree.
not a bad heel turn, just when they did it.
The timing.
Correct.
Timing.
You know what?
That's a good
off
point,
of,
Miss Out.
going
Actually,
off. Matter of fact, there was something I did miss. So the reason why they were so hasty about the heel turn because they had low ticket sales at the Elimination Chamber. So that's why that sequence happened. So they needed shock value. You know what I'm saying? Because after this, it's WrestleMania. So,
Mhm.
but
That's what Rock said in the interview with Pat McAfee. The only reason he was put into the Elimination Chamber. If you remember, Cody didn't have a match in the Elimination Chamber, so they made this. You got to see the results at Elimination Chamber. Now I call bullshit on this line because one, Toronto, Canada is a wrestling town, a wrestling country, and there's no way in hell they don't care what's coming in Canada. They going to sell out. They don't give a fuck what's coming in Canada, especially Toronto. So I call bullshit on that. What y'all did was not for Toronto, it was for WrestleMania. WrestleMania ticket sales is not going because y'all fucking prices were too long. If you had to pay rent just to get a seat that they could barely see the fucking ring anyway. So you did the shock value there, and then let's not forget to mention that Rock, you did not like that they did not like your idea of having Cody turn heel. You wanted Cody to turn heel. They said no, it's better if we had John turn heel. So you helped speed up the process. Then another thing about Rock, and this is another thing, like we heard the whole storyline thanks to Chris, but accountability here is, I swear, grown ass men. I'm talking about not grown unks. See this? This was like they got this, and they should know better. They've been in this business that accountability. Y'all failed. All right, this storyline was not up to par. The road to WrestleMania. You trying to compare last year's WrestleMania to this year's road to WrestleMania? It's like apples and oranges. I swear it was like apples and oranges. We was invested each week, each show last year. This year it was just pretty much like a damn fucking debate. It's like a politician race. Like every year they're just going in and getting their panels and then talking. There was nothing until the final week. Cody hit him with the crossroads. That's it. Other than that, it's just talk. And don't get me wrong, it was some high points they finally got. They got a little here and there, but at the same time, it was not interesting. It was like, okay, you kind of know who's going to win. There was no investment in the main event, in the title main event. So it showed that they didn't have anything prepared for this road. Anything. It's like motherfuckers was walking around with their heads in their hats. To real, like this was nothing. No one came in to save the day. Nothing. John was just doing John things. Y'all not getting nothing. You're not getting nothing. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. He said y'all deserve nothing. Y'all don't get nothing, and we got nothing. And when it comes to that main event, like Chris said, I'm always gonna say you put night one's main event in night two. That was the perfect fucking WrestleMania. All right, with this night one was moments. Jay got his moment. Jacob got his moment. I guess you could say passing the torch for Tiffany Stratton from Charlotte. I guess, but night two was surpassed night one. And you talking about NXT. One thing I am gonna say about that, Chris, is NXT historically always outshine the main roster previews.
It shouldn't be that way though. I mean, we should like really start looking at the main roster sideways. Because you said historically, but historically they didn't have like an NXT before. They didn't have an NXT before at WrestleMania 17, WrestleMania 18, WrestleMania 19, all the way to WrestleMania, what was that, 30? You know what I'm saying? So it's like there got to be some type of accountability somewhere, on somewhere, because wrestling fans are not going to hold. WWE fans are not going to hold WWE accountable. What they're going to do is they're going to continue to keep defending WWE no matter how trash they are, because this is a prime example. WWE fans should be really upset with Triple H and The Rock, but instead they're just like, oh, it's okay. We'll go on to the next one. Y'all do better.
Because now it's to the point, and I always say this ever since WWE became a public owned company, they don't care. And WWE fans or WWE wrestlers or employees, y'all can come at me all you want, but y'all don't have that same energy when y'all was a properly owned place, and y'all put detail and work and effort and some type of love and shit into y'all wrestling, especially our WrestleMania, especially the Super Bowl, of all the hard work I did for the whole year. Now is how much money we made today? How many views did
biggest gate?
Yeah, that's all that matters. And when it comes to that, let me tell y'all the difference between a sellout and saying it's something else.
This is my problem. This is my problem with not only the internet wrestling community, but the WWE and anything around the WWE today. At no point did you mention wrestling right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much they call themselves an entertainment company. The wrestling has to be a part of it. It's how they became a company in the first place.
Correct.
It's mind-boggling to me that the WWE now, and I don't care how much people love moments, but your company cannot just be about moments. Because if that was the case, then Cena's heel turn again shouldn't have happened till Mania, because that moment would have been bigger than the match that they had anyway.
It's like if you think we just said it. I think Chris, you just said WrestleMania 17. What's the moment we remember about WrestleMania 17? Stone Cold.
The heel turn.
Right. So I mean, it's more than wrestling, but we're talking about the moment part. Remember the handshake? You shook your hand to the devil. Right. So I get where this all saying, and the thing is, it became World Wrestling Federation to World Writing Entertainment.
Yeah, it's like John. It's like Stone Cold. It's what we seen this year. It's like Stone Cold turned on The Rock at the Elimination Chamber. Literally.
Or you want to go there? Stone Cold turned on The Rock at No Way Out.
No Way Out.
He got it No Way Out.
There you go. So
You're
please give me to understand this bullshit.
I want to make myself clear though.
So Street Dog.
Moments, they're great. Moments are remembered, yes. But Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, there was a moment in that match as well. We remember the 3 count. So the wrestling matters to me just as much as the moment, but I gotta have the wrestling.
Listen, bro. I think me and you are always in the same thing. We talking about wrestling. We talking about WrestleMania 3 won the all-time period. We go modern days. Shawn Michaels against Undertaker. We remember moments out that match. We remember the match itself. It was a wrestling match. It was a classic. So my thing with WWE is they gotta remember that. They gotta remember that you're still a wrestler, and when you got shows that's 3 hours long, and you only give me 3 matches, and you gonna give me 3 matches, you better be at least 45 minutes. I mean, goddamn, you give me 3-hour show.
But see, back then it was all about the wrestling. Now it's about the metrics, the moments, and all this other BS.
No. I'm sorry, I gotta disagree. It was not all about the wrestling back then. There were plenty of moments. It's that the wrestling mattered back then.
It mattered.
It mattered back then, yes.
Yeah,
It
it
mattered
mattered
back
back
then,
then. Now it doesn't.
Yeah.
Just they
And
don't really
it's
give a shit.
it's something that, and Chris, you know this. It's something that Unc said. Pop culture took over.
Very much so.
Once pop culture took over WWE, it was, especially when they was getting their ass whooped. It was not about the rest. It's about doing outrageous shit in more moments. Because if you look at when they was getting their ass whooped in the Attitude Era, we mostly don't talk about no wrestling Attitude Era. We talk about the moments and the chaos and all that stuff. And that's what they're still doing. Like you'll probably get a hidden gem here and there in WWE, but you don't get the whole show as a hidden gem. You don't get the whole show as a straight up wrestling match. You get probably 1 or 2 matches a show. That's about it.
Go ahead, Miss.
I got one question.
What you got, Miss Salt?
I got one question. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this question. Okay. let's say Monday Night Raw tomorrow. 2 hours. Let's say the show is only 2 hours and 10 minutes, and there were 0 wrestling matches on that. Obviously, the IWC would bring that up. There would be some complainers and all that stuff. But in the long run, would they really care?
No.
No.
Would it turn anybody away?
No, because once again, when you are sitting on someone's dick for a long period of time and you enjoy it, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just like, this is my place. I like this shit. I'm going to suck anything that they give me. This is what people do. This is what WWE fans like to do. Y'all talk about, oh no, don't talk about that. That's too gruesome. No, this is what they do. Now, y'all might say I'm a comedian for saying that shit, but it is what it is. These listen, you humans in 2025 is some of the weirdest bitches and niggas and motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. Y'all are so worried about what's going on in another company instead of you washing your ass. It's wild.
So this is shout out to our brother, because I'm not going to take this.
What's up, Street Dog?
Our brother, light skinned gal, just said it, and I agree with him. This is not a fucking community; it's a fan community. The community, we're gonna criticize some things, blah blah. But we're supposed to love what all the wrestling community. There's different styles of wrestling. It's not the same style of wrestling, but there's company fans. There's guys that love Die Hard. I'm gonna change that shit too. Y'all weird with that Die Hard shit, but y'all don't see nothing wrong with what WWE does. Nothing. Everything they do.
What I don't understand is you bring up a very valid point about company fans, right? So company fans, why are you into numbers that has nothing to do with you? Why are you talking about money, funds that has nothing to do with you? The monies are coming out of your pocket. You're not, it's not the other way around. So it's like, why are you so worried about the metrics, right? You're a metric. You're a statistic.
Because of AEW, fans think of the WWE as the Dallas Cowboys. That's what it is. Now, a lot of people say that WWE is the NFL and AEW, for instance, is the UFL. That ain't right. That's totally incorrect. WWE is the Dallas Cowboys. AEW is more like the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's as simple as that. The Jacksonville Jaguars can beat the Dallas Cowboys any day of the week, but it doesn't matter how many consecutive times they beat them. The Dallas Cowboys will sell out if they were 0-16.
Oh, very much so.
Plenty of games.
And it doesn't matter that they got their ass whooped by the Green Bay Packers. They're going to bitch, complain, and then come back and do the same thing that they did last year, and the year before that, and the year after that. So
they're the only team that can go 5-11, and their fan base is saying we go win Super.
And I live here around all these.
So if you say this with WWE fans that just watch WWE. Oh, AEW hit 1 million views. Yeah, but we're still the one company.
That's right.
He's like,
bro,
dang,
like
give them the credit. That's a good point.
Even when I was growing up, like, bro, I never talked about like how many views, and we never had that conversation in our households. We never. We were just like, man, I fucking missed Raw. God damn it! Did your VCR work? Did your VCR work? Did you tape it? You know,
the only thing people talked about was not the TV execs. Some of our ratings. Other than that, I'm talking about all of us that was around that. When we saw Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Show, we just had a remote control in our hand and just turn channel. We're not missing out an inch. And we really didn't do this. Like, we had your WWE fans, your WCW fans. But at the same, you're watching both of them because you was entertained.
I got VHS tapes upstairs right now, full of me recording one show and watching the other.
You got flipping both channels, or you got?
I flipped for sure, but I was also still recording.
Your VCR still works?
My VCR still works. Yes.
Look at that.
That's wild.
Look at that comment. as a Cowboy fan, yes. Thank you. Good comparison.
Now I do want to go back to Street Dogs 86 comment about tribalism ruined the love of ruined the love of wrestling, bro. I swear to you, I literally was having that same conversation with Ziggy today when we were going over our agenda, bro. I'm literally at the end of my rope with professional wrestling. I have been a fan for almost 30 years, and it's like WrestleMania season really drained the fuck out of me. I'd rather go to work, having fun at work versus talking about WrestleMania. Isn't that wild? Like, I have fun talking to my customers versus talking about WrestleMania. That shit is crazy.
But this is what it used to be.
Yeah, it's not.
You especially if you watched WrestleMania as a kid, WrestleMania was the end all be all. With WWF, WrestleMania was you know all your heroes will get their receipts, all you go get the championship, you gonna have fun. It got once you get older, you watching wrestling different. You still the inner kid in you. They'll go back to you hear WrestleMania, you hear the dun 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 in your head, and you think about old times.
But on top of that, bro, they're supposed to eat off WrestleMania. When WrestleMania is over, the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks leading up to the next pay-per-view should still be about WrestleMania. They should still be selling that. They're talking about stuff that happened on the Paul McAfee show, and all that mess is it's in the headlines now. Not WrestleMania. They're not eating off of WrestleMania anymore, which means it was a waste. It did what it needed to do for that one thing, and that's it.
Hold on. Money Life. We enjoyed last year.
I enjoyed it because I was there. I was in Philly. I had fun kicking it with Enforcer, kicking it with his wife, kicking it with his kid. Like, we went there. Listen, that experience was fucking dope.
That was wow. We got to see wrestlers, talk to wrestlers, and then interview wrestlers. If we could have recorded it, you know.
Yes, and like I wanted to interview what's the name? What was his name?
Josh Grisham.
Yes, he told me a lot of shit offline, and it was really, really dope. And like, they are so if you like come to them with like cool ass energy and like you're knowledgeable about the business, that's what intrigues them even more. Like, it was just like, damn, are you a wrestler? I'm like, no, I love professional wrestling. I have a lot of friends that's like in the business. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it's like, just talking to wrestlers, it's just second nature to me now. Like, I used to be like really, really nervous or whatever, but now it's just like I talk to them like I'm talking to you guys right now, you know. But I don't understand, like, they think that it's like some type of formula to talk to wrestlers. Dude, they're human just like me and you. It's just like you motherfuckers are just too damn weird. You know, if you get past your weirdom, then you might be able to talk to one of them. See, that's just made up.
That's what Liv Morgan said.
Oh Lord, listen. Listen. Liv Morgan said a lot of shit. That's why we actually going to make a T-shirt called "Did You Wash Your Ass Today?"
Yep.
And people might be like offended, but you shouldn't be. You should be offended that you a grown ass man, a grown ass woman that goes outside your house smelling like eggs, spinach, and fucking stress. You should be ashamed.
Hey.
You know,
hey.
Should be. Shame on you. Rebuke you with the cough drop. Shit.
Did you wash, bruh? You saw that, Chris? You saw the logo?
It would be on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Don't worry. I seen that shit. Yeah, I seen that.
On Pro Wrestling Tees. It better be on every fucking. Huh?
That's our next T-shirt.
Yes.
Oh, wait, did you put our logo on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Making sure, because you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna wear that shit. People gonna be upset with me.
And in every wrestling arena, indies or all that. Y'all.
And you know what? At this point, I don't give a fuck, because I'm tired of smelling your ass. I should be smelling my cologne, not your ass. That's weird. But yeah, let's have a conversation about Raw and SmackDown this past week. We're not going to go over the matches. We're just going to go over just the moments and, you know what I'm saying, what did you guys think?
The return.
So I'm going to let you guys handle that.
I love that O'Reilly was going to get one more match. Because I remember that summer, they really wore me out, but I like to see it. John Cena got RKO'd. Stephanie Vaquer came out. We got a little dream match out of Stephanie and Io.
You know, I'm tired of her coming out there looking like a ram.
Hey. I didn't know who the hell that was until I saw the name Rusev. So, good luck, Rusev. But the ending of Raw, it gave me a little bit of old school Monday After Rain. Just a little bit, just because I did not see this coming. And I love it. I did not see Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins destroying CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
So are they making another Evolution, or is this another Dangerous Alliance?
I think it's going to be dangerous. I think they got one more person coming. It's just the question of who.
Too bad it couldn't be Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes
would have been a great fit.
Carmelo's rocking a big ass chain with Andre the Giant's face on.
Man, this is not New Jack City. We need to stop.
He's him.
No. You mean he's then? He ain't him.
God. This is crazy.
No, because like that man,
he's just another dude now.
That's basically it. And you know what, Miss South? It's really hard for me to even say that shit, bro.
I would have loved if they would have, like, you win that battle royal. Make it mean something. Like you getting at least a mid-card title shot or something. But
it should be something. Yeah,
they do something with him, because
you win the Andre the Giant, you get an Intercontinental or U.S. title.
Yeah, something. Yeah, like say you standing by that stupid ass trophy folding your arms and shit. I mean, okay, the first 2 times was cool, but now make it mean something, because everybody that won that shit didn't do shit after.
Nobody.
Braun Breaker, he did. I mean, I can't even say that he got elevated. He got elevated because of, he's a Nepo baby.
Oh, speaking of Nepo babies, you said something about Nia Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Nia Jax, you forgot who you are. How you gonna bring up Cody Rhodes and
Charlotte,
and you're a Nepo yourself? You know who your cousin is? You
That's
forgot who your cousin is?
Was talking about earlier.
All right, you forgot who your cousin is? That's why you said all that shit, because you know you ain't gonna get fired.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is Triple H said, "Oh, you suspended." Dwayne, he suspended me. I got you. Oh, you know what you was doing, and you came back this week. So you chose a great time to say, "Oh, I was just being funny," to actually be real.
And that's another thing too. Like when people make jokes like that and then it's consistent, like they really mean that shit.
Yeah,
they really do. But they do it in a joking manner to make it seem like I'm not being disrespectful because I'm your friend, but still I'm going to talk about you in your face, but in a joking manner. You did not know how many times I have had to go through that with people.
Just because she said all those mean things and just put LOL at the end of it.
Right.
LOL. I was just joking.
Oh, I was just joking. No, you're really serious. Because if you was really, really joking, then Charlotte wouldn't unfriend you. Seriously.
This is what we were talking about. Going back to that roast though. I think a lot of people when it first got mentioned on the road to WrestleMania, I think it was unanimous. Everyone was saying like, "This is a bad idea."
Very bad idea. Like, first of all, that's not in your world of entertainment. Okay, so I don't care if you got people that's really funny. If you got people that's really funny in the
they are pandering.
It's like what?
They are pandering.
Oh, they're pandering.
That's all they do nowadays is pander.
True.
So that's the secret. That's the secret. Okay.
But y'all don't listen. You wait till you got a whole bunch of people like, oh, cool. I could make it seem like I'm joking, but I'm dead ass serious.
No. Here's what happened. Oh, Tom Brady had 100 million people watching his roast. How can I get some of that? Let me pander to Netflix. Hey, Netflix. Hey, I've got an idea. You remember what happened with Tom Brady? How he got all this? Why don't we do one for WWE? Hey, we'll do it for free.
Was that on?
You don't even have to pay us for it.
Was that on Netflix?
It's a good point, Miss Out. Yeah, I think it was on Netflix. The Brady roast.
I was not. I don't know. I know I ain't the only one, but I didn't watch that shit. Especially.
And WWE knew what they were doing. Like they didn't want that shit public because they knew that they was gonna go outside the norm of like a normal roast. So like they wanted to be themselves. So that's why when it went off the rails, and then it started getting out on social media. Now they're starting to flag everybody about the roast.
Taking the videos down and the audios.
Y'all should have known that shit was going to be bad when you had him come on Monday Night Raw and that shit was a dud.
But I said that shit. I said that shit on one of the programs. I said, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea.
He had a bad rap from the election.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying the roast in general.
Just the idea of doing a roast.
You got a lot of people that's been trying to work their ass off, but they don't get no TV time. You gonna give them a microphone and let them air their grievance? Just
that is something that I would do.
Karen Cross did the next day, and now you had no choice because now the fans like that's who the fuck we wanted from day one.
And you see what they did with the follow-up on that Friday, right? Didn't do absolutely nothing with this ass.
They just showed him smiling. They just saw him smiling at the New Day, and now
like, I told you.
I'm like, so are we gonna pretend that you didn't say that shit about Allen, aka AJ Styles?
Allen.
Who the fuck is Allen? I had to Google
that's
that.
AJ
shit.
Allen Jones.
Allen Jones.
I mean, how the fuck am I supposed to know that shit?
Joe. You're talking about Joe Henry. He's like, Joe.
I see why he goes by AJ.
He said good for Joe, but
you shut up, Miss South. Shit. Wow.
Name, man.
It's Allen. What the fuck? Shit. Anyway, so the Dangerous Alliance,
Evolution.
Rusev, yeah, and then John Cena. The
Is
more
Rusev
and more,
you think Rusev going to join them?
Nah.
I don't care for Rusev. I don't even know why he's even there. Like bro is just jumping from company to company. This man appeared on a tag team match. I said, I already know where you're headed. You're headed back to catering. You're probably going to go back and do some type of Miro shit that you did in AEW, and you're probably going to try to recreate that shit and talk to God, or probably you're going to change it to the devil this time. I don't know.
I said that something like he's going to do the Redeemer with Rusev Redeemer, and because everybody's still. It's happy Rusev Day, like, dog, because if that didn't work the first time around, or they didn't let it work the first time around, they're not going back to that. They're going to go with what he's comfortable. He's been comfortable doing the Redeemer for the past couple of years. So now, just like you said earlier, the Redeemer, huh? People talk to God. We got better production over here with that. And they're going to do that. So, I mean, like I said earlier, good luck. You're back. But when everybody come back, it's not a... it's not a. I don't know what's nice to say about it. Just good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, SmackDown on the hand.
Yeah, we can go to SmackDown. Let's talk about SmackDown real quick.
SmackDown on the hand.
So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My black ass fell asleep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this shit was. Like, this is
Cinemax.
This is wild. Yeah, I didn't watch it either, Miss South. Yeah, I didn't. Like, this is insane. Like, what is she doing?
This was Cinemax right here.
This is cinema? What?
No.
What?
No. Cinemax. You know, late night.
Yeah, because he wasn't looking at the punches, looking at the other stuff though.
Yeah, it was soft.
No. Okay, so when you played that video, did you still hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, play that shit again. What are we doing here?
Because HBO.
Like what? She's not even hitting her. What?
I guess she lost her damn mind. I don't know.
She's playing with her.
When she did it the first time, it looked better than that. This time, it wasn't as those gorilla punches.
It looked like cousins fighting for their parents. You know, when you play fighting while everybody else drinking and talking all the time. They play fighting. That's what it looked like.
I'm like, okay, I'm done. I said,
someone got it. Thank you. Late night Cinemax. Well,
okay, I'm just like, is this porn or is this like what is it?
Softcore.
Street Profits had a TLC match.
TLC match that should have been at WrestleMania.
And everyone said, man, this could have been at WrestleMania.
It should have been.
Listen, let me tell you something about the Street Profits. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Fuck Dawkins and fuck Montez.
Why?
Because the reason why is because Dawkins does not know when to shut the fuck up. He seriously do not know when to shut the fuck up. So you know, on his interview, right before, like I think this was before WrestleMania, right? So he said that it was cool to be benched. He said it was cool to be benched. So then after they retained the tag team titles, he said that match should have been on TLC. Then bitch ass nigga, why you didn't say that shit on that interview before when you got benched? Why you didn't keep the same energy?
It's a lot of things. If you want to go to their media run for WrestleMania, they was on Cameron's and Mace podcast. It is what it is, and Cameron roasted they ass. He said, "Bro, why y'all not on WrestleMania? Why y'all on the undercard of the undercard? What the like?" Right. So, I think this match with the Street Profits, DIY, and Motor City Machine Guns should have been on WrestleMania.
I didn't even bother to watch it.
It was the best match that Motor City Machine Guns had in WWE. The best match DIY had because they actually got some reactions, and everybody got their spots in. That's why I'm not going to just shit on them because they've been shitty for the past couple years. But this match was good.
I can't shit on them because I didn't watch the match. So I don't have a comment. I just know that I'm over them and I'm gonna
understand
them.
Understand, just like we said when we won the tag team titles, a couple years too late. Like the same thing I said about Private Party. Same I said about Street Profits. Y'all waited too late now. The Street Profits went down. So now they got to work themselves back up. But that match was a good start. Now, the other thing we got to talk about is why we did the same thing with Aleister Black.
Ain't it funny that him and his bitch, like, got, excuse me, I'm sorry, Selena Vega just got, like, they were, I guess, back together, not only in real life, but, you know, she finally has the title that really no one's going to really give a fuck about. Chelsea Green, she is still my president. I don't give a damn. She's still the Madam President. I don't. This was a charity moment for me. And then Aleister Black, you know, Aleister Black. Matter of fact, can I get the big screen, please?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that he understands where the fuck I'm coming from, right? So,
all right, and
just want to make sure that he understands this. So, Aleister, okay, you're back at home, right? Okay, so you came from a company that wanted to elevate you, but apparently you don't work on Saturdays. So now that you're getting that WWE check, hopefully you and your girl will put some work in. And if they're disrespecting you, hopefully you open up your mouth to not only work on Saturdays, but also work on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So if you still bitching and complaining, we're going to go back to what you said to Tony when you were in AEW that you don't work on Saturdays. And how dare you say, allegedly, that you didn't get creative control, but yet you're the same motherfucker that said it doesn't work on Saturdays, allegedly. So I'm tired of these wrestlers bitching and complaining, not getting what they want, thinking that they can bully somebody and then want to go back home. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen what they did, they recreated Aleister Black or Malachi Black versus Cody Rhodes and shit, recreated what the fuck happened 3 years ago. And I'm just like, oh, wow, I've seen this before. Turn it on my TV. Shit is wild.
So, bro,
I'm done. I'm done.
Bro, when that happened, right? First, how I knew it was going to happen, because I was like, the time was going like, okay, when is he gonna come out? When is he gonna come out? And the I knew Miz was wearing all white with Carmelo. And my boy Dan is on the comments, he'll tell you. I said, bro, he's about to come out when Miz come out. He's about to come out when Miz come out. He came out. Now, the only thing I was worried about with him coming out was, is he still gonna have his same music, or they gonna get him with new generic fucking music?
No, he was gonna keep the same shit.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, it was the same shit, like you just said. It was a copy paste 3 years ago, 4 years ago when he came to AEW, and he's now Aleister Black. My thing is, bro, you better hope the second time around is good than the first.
Because they're gonna clown your ass, or you're gonna go right back to NXT. And to be really honest with you, I really feel that he should go back to NXT. Because he's not going to be used correctly on the main roster. I think he would shine more if he went back to NXT.
Yeah, that's where you guys came to fame from, NXT. So.
Right.
But that's pretty much.
You're talking about Aleister Black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brody King was better than him anyway. Truth be told.
Wow.
Really?
That dude, to me, he does not wrestle. So I used to watch him wrestle a lot locally when he was just Tommy Ian on the Indies. So I've seen him for a very long time. I don't see the same wrestler anymore. I just don't. Brody King to me looked better in AEW than Malachi Black did.
You don't think they dumped him down? Because I think they did. Because that the Tommy Ian I saw in Progress to the Aleister or Malachi Black.
I don't want to accuse him of meddling in, but I also don't want to accuse the company of watering him down. And I'm talking AEW or WWE. I don't know what it is.
About Malachi Black?
Yeah, Malachi Black. It almost seems like he is more production than wrestler nowadays. Like his entrance is more important than his match.
I was just about to say.
I mean, isn't that? I mean, that fits him very well because WWE is all about cinema. They're not all about
perfectly
the
there for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you.
So, yeah.
But
I
mean, I'm sorry. I'm saying that just to say I want to see the old Malachi Black, whatever his name is now, Aleister Black, Tommy End wrestler. I want to see that person. I don't want them to take the production away. I still love all that stuff, but I also need to see a good match out of him because I ain't seen a good match out of him in a long time.
You might know this more than I do. How long has Tommy End been wrestling?
I think the first time I saw him was probably in 2014. So I would say he probably started around 2010 overseas. Maybe it may be a little bit before that, but the first time I saw him was probably 2014 or 2015. It was definitely pre-COVID, and I'm talking like 4 or 5 years before COVID. So I'd have to look it up, but I know I've seen him for a very long time because he used to come to Texas all the time.
I asked that because some people like a Finn Balor, guys that have been wrestling for damn near 20 years before they got WWE. People like myself, because with AJ Styles, I've been wanting him to do the spinal tap move for the longest, and he hasn't done it yet. But people got that in their head that these are guys we watch for in other companies, and by the time they get to WWE, you forget that their bodies were torn and stuff like that. So that's why I asked him about him, because like you said, I watched him as Tommy End, and he used to do incredible stuff. Like the last good match I see him do was in NXT against Adam Cole. I think it was Philadelphia.
So let me ask you fellas a question. What happened to Malachi Black? Why it didn't work in AEW? Why you think it's going to work in WWE?
I have no idea why it didn't work in AEW because I don't know what actually happened backstage. I don't know if he wanted to just be in trios or not. It seems like he didn't want to be a champion. He didn't want to be a singles wrestler, but I can't verify that because I haven't talked to anybody backstage about it.
What about you, Antonio?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know, because every time they try to push him up, something always come up. I'm talking about in AEW. They try to push him into that main event level, so he always go disappearing after that. And then he come back, and then they do some kind of program with someone. Like his program, his aura was dope. Like the coming out the shadows, the promos. But then every time he gets into that area, like, all right, we're gonna put you in more productive stories and stuff like that, and he disappears. And that's when the rumors start happening. He's about to go to WWE, or he's leaving, and he always gotta come back and say, no, I didn't say that, until this last time when he finally said, yeah, it's true.
You talking about Aleister Black?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm waiting for someone to knock on the door. I'm waiting for someone to knock on my door.
Please don't do that. Don't bring that.
I just wonder.
Please,
I just wonder. I'm sorry.
I have a Dan to come knock on his door. You better stop. All right.
Since he and Miro, he and Rusev are back now, I always wonder this: at whose expense will it be of? Because
Andrade too, right? It was like Andrade, those three.
If they're on TV now, who isn't going to be on TV? Who are they replacing? We're talking about signing folks all the time. Every time someone's added, it's at the expense of someone else. Because there's only so much TV time.
You know,
the same thing they did for AEW.
I was going to talk about this on my final thoughts, but now I'm starting to really see what these wrestling fans is really or what they're seeing. I want to talk with you guys in the comment section. Y'all can answer this if you want to. Do you feel that some of these wrestlers are using AEW to get to WWE?
Yeah.
Hold on.
They're using AEW for contract negotiations. They're using AEW to.
Oh, yeah, you talking about the
But I guess,
Yeah.
but I guess, is it healthy?
If you want my opinion on it, I think
Sure.
I don't think they're using AEW to get to WWE because you get eyeballs on you on the indie scene too. Now, I think when someone is in AEW and they're not happy with their creative or they're coming up on a contract negotiation, they will use WWE to get what they want, and that's
Right.
either out of AEW or more money out of AEW. And I think they're
Mhm.
going to do the same thing in WWE. They're gonna wait, just like in the NFL when you're trying to negotiate, or when better yet in the NBA. The reason why a lot of people get traded a year before their contract runs out is because they
Mhm.
don't want to have to deal with that exact thing right there when they get close to them getting ready to sign their contract. They're going to go out there and find out who's going to pay them more money. And if somebody else can pay them more money, they're going to expect that team to match that same thing, especially for those who
But
don't get the supermax, don't
I mean,
qualify for
see,
supermax.
here's the
we've
thing, and
seen
I'm,
this though. We've seen this though. This is nothing new. It's like it's like back in the day when Kevin Nash did the same thing for Vince. And he said, Vince, all I asked for $1 more. Vince couldn't do it. He shipped his ass to WCW.
I
Then
know, but
Andy did the
this
same
is
thing. Look,
this
I'm
is
just
a
saying.
this is a
Right.
little bit different. That's the only reason why I'm like, I see where you coming from, Antonio. Yeah, I get it. They do this all the time, but I just really feel that this energy is a little bit different versus 20 years ago. Not so different, but like what Statement just said. Ricky, Black, Miro, Andrade, Spears, Page. What do they all have in common?
He's working on AEW.
Oh, whoa! But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. You have to take them one by one. Ethan Page
We can do that.
chose. Ethan Page chose AEW. He just wasn't happy with his role in AEW anymore, so he wanted to jump ship.
Now,
Ricky
you said
Starks.
who?
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page. Okay, so why Ethan Page didn't open his mouth? He can open up his mouth by saying that he has a big ego. So why you just didn't open his mouth?
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna say something that I'm only gonna say part of what I shouldn't say. But I literally talked to Ethan Page before he left for WWE. He was at the bottom of the line with AEW with Ring of Honor because he was the only wrestler in Ring of Honor at the time, and they literally had nothing for him, and he did not want to negotiate. At least I don't think he wanted to negotiate. I had a conversation with him. Now he didn't have. Now his is different than Starks. I don't care what anybody says. Starks was talking to WWE before he left.
Yeah, I know.
Before he left AEW.
Yeah.
I know.
Talking about WrestleMania.
I mean, that's obvious. That's obvious. Like,
yeah, Ethan Page just straight up. Ethan Page just straight up left AEW, went to do indies, and then WWE called him to bring him in.
Right.
I really don't believe they colluded on that one. But the whole Ricky Starks one, ever since Cody left, he's been 1 foot out the door. This is how it is. He just had extra years on his contract because he wasn't on WWE's radar at all when he signed with AEW.
He also said that he also said because he also him and FTR. If you remember, FTR was on that brink too, and all that other bullshit.
FTR,
and they was the CM Punk guys. Remember, it's like Black, not Black, Brody and
that's when they had the different brands, the Collision group,
so
and
a lot of people. So with him, when he went to WrestleMania and the videotape caught him, all that stuff. That's why I think the conversation's already starting. Like, oh, you're Cody's best friend, blah blah blah. But I was reading what Willis said about Stephanie Frankel. I might have to disagree with that, bro, because Stephanie had a restraining order on somebody in CMLL.
And it's funny. Wait. Wait, because I was going to ask about that. So that same person that she has a restraining order on is still currently in AAA?
No, CMLL.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Who, Stephanie Vaquer?
Yeah. So when they found out that the relationship was going to get worked out with AEW and CMLL, which helps out with this Mexico City thing right now, she asked for help. There was no help, and that helped. That brought her decision to go to WWE. Even
Got
more.
you.
So
the whole situation with CM Punk, right? I don't want to talk about Phil right now. Like that's another podcast, bro.
Did Punk use that first? No. When all that bullshit happened, he was doing his forgiveness tour. Yeah.
Not the forgiveness tour.
Oh yeah, it was the forgiveness tour. He came back. He went to when Dirty was in Chicago. He talked to Paul right there. He went to TNA and talked to them. He went to New Japan Strong.
She wasn't Miss South. Yeah, like Stephanie Vaquer was not even on the radar at all.
She wasn't.
Yeah.
But after that match at Forbidden Door, and they didn't do the restoring order, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She whoever was the guy to talk to, they didn't want her. And Shawn Michaels, if Shawn Michaels didn't call her, she would not be in WWE right now.
Now let me say this, and then we can move on to AEW. I'm just gonna say this: Aleister Black, Ricky Starks, Aleister Black, Ricky Starks, Miro, Andrade, maybe even Ray Phoenix, most definitely Ray Phoenix, and Penta. I think it's very ungrateful. I really feel that they are very ungrateful. And whatever type of karma that they're going to get, I simply do not give a fuck. Can care less.
I say take Black. No, not Black.
No, because Black doesn't work on Saturdays.
Penta, I don't want to say anything negative about Penta because I don't recall him doing anything wrong.
Right.
Okay, I can take that one back.
Ray, yes.
But Ray.
You playing Twitter hopping and deleting and saying shit and deleting and saying shit.
Right.
We got tired of that, bro.
Right. Yeah. And that's what he gets for his first, debut. A loss.
Oh, at WrestleMania?
Niggas say you can find a hospital.
I mean, the man. According to some people, he couldn't find a sandwich.
Oh my God! He blamed Tony Khan for not being able to go to the doctor.
Stop.
Don't they have that big ass? I know it in every state in the United States. They got that big ass H on the side of the road that say hospital this way, right? Don't they have that in other states? Okay.
We got that here. So instead of making a right, this man goes and make a left. It's anyway. So let's go to AEW. First of all, shout out to fucking AEW. AEW was just on some. Listen, I was so proud of them on WrestleMania week. They really remember, fellas, when we were talking about bringing the kid out of us. Mm-hmm. I felt that. Now I didn't feel that too much on Collision, but listen, what's his name? It's Ziggy's favorite wrestler. What's his name? Konosuke? Yes, Konosuke versus Will Ospreay.
That's my boy.
Oh my God, that match.
Listen, I'm doing this for a reason. Because I think me and Z is the only one that when Takeshi comes, it's about to be short. And then you got Will Ospreay, Mr. 5-star. That's what I'm calling him.
Yeah, that's how you be
5-star. You gotta take the mask off. Take the mask off slow. You gotta aim at the camera.
Yep. 1080. Shit.
Like that match was fucking wild.
Got that aura, bro.
Right. That man is a killer in the ring, and we don't give him
talking about?
And shout out to AEW. I can honestly say I knew nothing about Takeshita until AEW.
I didn't either.
And when I first saw him, I was like, "Yo, who is this?" Google, YouTube.
I knew about him because he was with DD Pro Wrestling. But when he came in and they said what they said that he's gonna be the next Prodigy, I was like, this guy. And then he got better.
I know now.
I
we all do.
Him. I knew of him, but I could not remember a single match he had.
He was this skinny. He was like this. He was like this Kindle stick. That's how skinny he was when he first started.
Okay, because I don't remember him.
He did bulk up. Yeah, when I went to go look at his videos, I was like,
all I remember is his name, but I couldn't tell you a jack about him until I saw him.
But you remember on here how pissed off I was that this dude beat Kenny Omega twice in 1 week and y'all ain't do nothing with him. I was heated, but now they seeing it.
We're all seeing it.
Another thing. Something that you said earlier about other wrestlers, he did. He spoke up.
He did speak up.
He said, "I don't think they know. They don't value the Japanese wrestlers here like they do it." He spoke up and did not give a fuck about the consequences. And you see it. This dude had the best calendar year so far.
Listen,
I don't know anyway.
So proud of that man. That man. Ooh, oh
he
my
was just
goodness.
in New York. I
know we're only 5 minutes into this AEW talk, but I really gotta throw Mercedes and Athena in there. Because I know how
of course.
Big screen him. Please.
Yeah, hold on.
Please.
Man. I am going to watch that match
again
several times.
I can't.
It's cool.
Okay, shut up.
It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool.
Okay,
I am going to watch that match over and over several times because there were so many twists and turns inside that match.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where I thought for sure Athena was going to win. And that was after knowing that Mercedes was going to win. Mm-hmm. But somehow I figured they might end a double DQ or some type of outside interference that was going to force both of them to lose. But the way they ended it, not only kept Athena strong, but it also made us hungry to see them again. Not just because it was a great wrestling match, because it was a physical wrestling match. You don't get physicality out of women a whole lot. Mm-hmm. This match was extremely physical. They did more stuff outside of the ring than a normal men's match that has a lot of outside of the ring stuff.
That drop kick to the darn onto the barricade.
Oh man.
Like you said, the fact that she had to win with a roll up, it was crazy. But the thing is with me, I say this like this was the match I wanted to see when they both in WWE. They never gave that one-on-one match. They gave us a glimpse of it at the Money in the Bank. They never gave us a one-on-one match. Then the story came up in AEW, and they kept social media. They used social media work. But when they did this, I was like, damn, this should have been a pay-per-view. But I like, I'll take this. I take it now. Good match. And it opened the show. It's in Boston. So I like, we made an event. No, it opened the fucking show.
But I'm scared, man. I'm so scared that this is not going to be a rematch at All In.
Oh, it should be.
It should be.
At least
just think about the optics. Think about it. That first match was in Mercedes' hometown in Boston, and it led the show. At All In, it could be in Athena's hometown, and technically it could lead the show. Which is
we got to get through. We got to get through. Listen.
I know, man.
Listen, man. So I get where you are coming from. But you gotta understand, we gotta get through Double or Nothing first.
Wait. You want Jamie Hayter to beat Mercedes?
No.
To get this match? Because I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it because I do got something against Becky Lynch, pimple face Becky Lynch. I don't like it. I like that she beat Chris Stanletter because I could have got Mercedes and Chris Stanletter one more time.
Bro. I'm sorry. But I really need Athena to cost Mercedes that match. Yes. I really need that.
Yes.
I don't care how they get to it. It has to happen that way because we got to have that rematch. And it needs to be for the TBS.
I agree.
It needs to be title versus title. That's what it needs to be. All in, title versus title. Mercedes Moné, the belt collector, going for belt number 5. Athena going for AEW's title instead of Ring of Honor. Title versus title, all in. I need it here in my hometown.
You are being greedy. I think
you asking for too much.
Yeah, you're being greedy.
You asking for too much.
Yeah, I like it. It makes sense.
No, don't. I mean, he's being greedy, sir. You get nothing.
Because I mean, I get that everything is bigger in Texas, but not that match. No,
I already got my tickets. So.
Well, I don't give a fuck about you having your tickets.
You get nothing, sir.
It's just, you know.
Tell me it don't make sense.
I'm trying to get mine.
No, that definitely makes sense. Now I'm thinking about it.
I mean, listen. You got options there though. Like you can see Mercedes versus Toni Storm. You can see Mercedes versus Athena.
We need to see Athena. I'm sorry, but Athena and Mercedes. Listen,
Mercedes
we will worry about that later. I need that match. They need to run that shit back. You can't come on now. That was on a roll up night
right now.
I know. I get what y'all saying. That's why I said you can't go wrong with Mercedes versus Athena or Mercedes versus Toni Storm. And if we gonna have Mercedes versus Athena, then I'm like to substitute Mercedes for Death by Snoo or Megan Bain because that shit ain't over by a long shot.
What's up, 13? When is Mercedes gonna go against Toni though?
Jay Barker.
Getting this.
Jay Barker in the comments here.
All right, what you got?
I'm gonna tell you like I tell people all the time. Please, sir, learn the difference between creative control and creative freedom. Mercedes Moné does not have creative control in AEW. If she did, she would have all the titles, including the men's titles. She doesn't have creative control. She has creative freedom, which means if she has an idea, she can bring that idea to Tony. If he has an idea and he doesn't like it and she doesn't like it, tough shit. It's his idea. You got to do it. She can come up with stuff and present stuff to him, but she can't say, no, I don't like your idea. I'm not doing it. Learn the difference between creative control and creative freedom.
Okay.
Listen, lesson learned. Do not say no Mercedes banter in front of this.
I mean, I don't mind the banter, but I mean, I agree with Miss South on that.
Monet versus Storm.
I mean, it's only the truth. I only say it because it's the truth. She don't have creative control.
It's just the fact is that they need to stop listening to these dirt sheets because these dirt sheets have their own agenda. And then it's like when we try to tell you guys, like, bro, that's not factual. Like, where are you getting this from? Oh, I got it from Jim Cornette. Like, does he work for AEW? No, but I heard it on this podcast. Bro, that's not a source.
Let's get this one. Let's keep this a one. Hayes has had banger after banger after banger. I think since Forbidden Door. Since Forbidden Door, she had not had a bad match.
Frankie.
No, zero bad matches since then.
Bad matches. So that means she finally got healthy. Y'all remember she came back from a freaking injury and she was not focused. Now she's focused and she's putting some of the best matches out there. I know there's a lot of Mercedes Moné that y'all don't like. They don't like her. But respect.
Then on top of that, she's elevating the talent on top of that. So it's like whoever beats Mercedes, if they're going to have a big moment.
For example, Chris Statlander best matches. 2 of them was against Mercedes.
That's right.
Or one and
how many times have I said everybody's best matches against Mercedes? Damn near every women's wrestler that she's faced have had their best match against her.
Y'all didn't know who the hell Moko was. The Japanese. You see? See what I mean? What's her name? Momo.
Momo.
Y'all didn't know who Momo was.
Is she Joshi?
Huh?
She is a Joshi, not a Yoshi. Yeah.
She's a bad Joshi. She's the one with the fucking back.
Momo Watanabe.
Monet.
Got you.
Put some respect on the girl name. Every penny worth.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Barker, before we go on to the next subject, but yeah, shout out to AEW because AEW has been killing it for a minute now. He said he's a WWE. I guess he's saying that he's
I think someone called him
wrong.
wrong.
He said, meanwhile, criticized WWE and the road to WrestleMania. It did not meet the criteria of the road to WrestleMania should look like. Totally agree with you on that.
I
totally agree.
Thank you, Willis.
Thank you for reconfirming that you a WWE drone and you actually have some common sense, because a lot of your colleagues do not have no common sense at all. Hold on. One of these motherfuckers said that they gave him a 9 out of 10. I'm like, on what fucking which paper? What? Yeah.
Let me correct you, sir. You're not a drone because you got common sense. A drone don't have common sense.
Hey man, you like what you like, bro.
Period.
Right. Yeah, you're a fan.
So
13.
So we're gonna. Go ahead.
13. I'm not gonna come after you ever if you say something about Mercedes.
Yes, he will.
No, I'm not.
No, what you call this show live? We got
evidence. Because you know he does that in the Discord too. Shut up.
I'll always back her, but I always call a spade a spade. It's just the fact that, like we were saying, when she got injured. Sure, she came back from her injury and she wasn't wrestling at her top physical peak. But you got to remember, injuries aren't just about the injury. It's also about the mind. So you got to trust that you're not going to get hurt again. It takes a long time to come back from a leg injury because every step you take could be potentially re-injuring yourself, which happens a lot.
Look at Adam Cole.
Yes, like Adam Cole did. Yep, that's true. So... You know, I can call it thing, but I do love I think Mercedes Moné is the greatest women's wrestler of all time, and I'll battle anybody over that. Because I've gone 40 years watching wrestling, and the first 20 of those years had 0 women that's technically in the top whatever of all time when it comes to that, because they weren't wrestling. I mean, there were no women. I don't care how many times we pull Wendy Richter and Rockin' Robin and Sensational Sherry out of our asses talking about how good they were. They were good, but they didn't wrestle a whole lot. And that's just a fact.
How about Medusa?
This t-shirt is wild. I'm not going to lie.
How many Medusa matches do you remember in the WWF or in WCW? What do you remember about Medusa? Tell me right now. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
She's white.
Huh? The only thing
I was just asking, sir. I was just asking. Don't collect me. Like, I was just asking. Yeah.
Putting that title in the trash can is the only thing that Medusa ever did in her career.
And that's a moment.
That's a moment.
That's a moment, sir. We feel the moments right now. God damn
it. All right. So Statement said this. He said that I watch all wrestling. You have to have good combo back and forth. But I do enjoy WWE. That doesn't mean I hate AEW. I watch it. I enjoy it, but I'm more a WWE guy. That's fine. I mean,
that's fine, bro.
I'm more
I'm
more of a AEW guy more than anything, but I will tolerate WWE. But as of late, especially after this road to WrestleMania, like I tell the fellas, I tell the cook guy, I be telling them, I'll be like, listen, it's either here or miss for me. Just like SmackDown. I ain't even fucking watch this shit. I was just in between. I seen Aleister Black come back, copy and paste and shit. I didn't even see the TLC match, and like TLC matches are actually one of my favorite gimmick matches, but I didn't care to see it because like I just didn't.
That's the best.
I didn't care to see it at all. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
Hey, Street Dog said this is his first time watching the show. He loves it here already.
Subscribe, my brother.
Thank you.
Subscribe and like.
Appreciate it. Yeah, everybody, if you guys could. Women, who got their ass whooped?
Not the sonic rings out of that like button.
Like,
not the sonic rings out of that
ass whooped. Okay. Street Dog, yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Matter of fact, everybody, if you guys can, please follow us on all social media platforms. Please follow the podcast. Everybody that's watching us on X, YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Also check out our merch on Pro Wrestling Tees // Heels4Lyfe. We are going to have another shirt that's going to be coming out stating, did you wash your ass today? I did not come up with that. That would have been your boy over there, the black dude, the muscle dude, enforcer, Big Daddy, Fat Daddy. Yeah.
Hey!
Matter of fact, everything that Chris says, we have a message that we can play for y'all, so that way you can see what he's talking about.
Oh my God! Oh no!
We're gonna take a quick pause right here for a second, just to make sure that you all hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, and also give you a chance to take a look at all the platforms that the cast members are on, and make sure you are following them as well. That way you're notified whenever we go live. And one last thing, please make sure you check out our store on ProWrestlingTees.com, Heels4Lyfe. We have many different logos and styles of shirts on there that you can, also support us with. We definitely appreciate it. We have the logo shirt. We have the H4L shirt. We have the Wrestling Debates and Catering, Heel Nation, Ziggy O's, Ziggy and 8-Bit shirt. Many other different designs on there as well. Definitely appreciate every single one.
Thank you, Ziggy. Kind of scared me there for a minute, because I thought you was talking about that shit that I was talking about on X, because that was a very graphic.
No.
Bro. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm just making sure.
All
right.
Bro, I almost crashed my car.
I was like, man, please don't put me out there like that. Even though they do. They need to watch their clearance and their balls and everything in between.
No, it was very graphic.
Right now.
Very graphic.
But anyway, welcome back to the show, everybody. So we're gonna probably go over a little bit. We're gonna still talk about some AEW shit. We're gonna give AEW some love.
Yeah, we only have 2 slides left.
Yeah, we got 2 slides. So, but this one I think is going to carry us home. The 4 new pillars of AEW. So you have the timeless pillar, Tony Storm. You have the immovable pillar, MJF. The revolutionary pillar, Swerve Strickland, and then you have the international pillar, Will Ospreay. What do you guys think of that?
AEW did not come out and say this. This is fan made, but it is cause for a discussion. So we wanted to get y'all's thoughts on the 4 new pillars of AEW.
Start with Miss South, because we was talking about this.
Yeah, because this is Miss South Protect.
Yeah, Miss South
the 4 new pillars, Miss South. Do you agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts on this topic, sir?
Okay, so nothing against these 4, but I have to dig a little deeper into this thing, because first of all, I don't. There is no clear-cut definition of what the word pillar means. I know we all have our thoughts about it, but one of the original pillars all 4 of them didn't work out. So to me, you cannot say pillar without having Hangman on it, because he's been the best developed character since the beginning of AEW. I mean, he was in the very first title match for the title, and then he took a nosedive, and then he came back up, and then he nosedived again, and he came back up, and his character changed, and he went up, and now you see him as a permanent main eventer no matter what. Nobody has had better character work than Hangman Page. So to me, he has to be a pillar. So I would honestly have to divide this into male versus female, and I'm not saying that Tony Storm shouldn't be on this pillar if you take the whole man versus man woman off of it. So she would be a permanent pillar no matter what, whether we did a combined pillar thing or we did a separate one. Tony Storm has to be on it for me. because her character is the best character in wrestling to me. Hangman's has character has developed the most because of his peaks and valleys, but Tony Storm has the top character in all of wrestling to me. So I'm not gonna say who my pillars would be, but I don't agree with this particular one.
If you had to, we'll kind of back you in the corner, Miss Out. If you had to pick 4 pillars right now, who would you pick?
You didn't get away with that, Mama.
I got to pin you in the corner a little bit.
This is gonna be good.
I'll let you pin me in the corner, but I have one question.
All right.
Are you asking me for 2 separate lists? Women, men?
No, motherfucker, the same one that you see right now.
Not talking to you. Talking to me.
Yeah, Miss South. So we're gonna combine men and women's rosters.
Oh, fuck no! What? You can't let this motherfucker.
You said combine. That's what you asked for.
That's what they did right here.
You know what? I'm out of here, bro. Like this is bullshit.
Well, they got Tony Storm on here.
He didn't even listen to what you said. He didn't listen to what you said.
He just wanted to crash out. That's all.
Yeah, he didn't.
Miss South understands what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if you backing me into a corner and you're asking me who should the 4 pillars be, 4 and
current
4
right
only.
2025 for AEW right now.
Tony Storm. Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page,
My bad.
Probably Takeshita.
Either
Takeshita or Ospreay. One of the 2.
So Tony, Adam
Page, Swerve, and either Takeshita or Ospreay. I'd have to figure out. That's the only one I'd have to figure out. And I'm not doing that because to me, Kenny Omega's the best wrestler on the planet. He's the best wrestler there to me. So I'm not doing it on who I think is the best. I'm literally just thinking, okay, so who's young enough, who can propel their further, all of this. I'm weighing a bunch of things in there.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a good 4 pillars right there.
I didn't hear it because I was.
And what do y'all think? Y'all make sure to comment in the chat. Do y'all agree with Mid South's pillars? We're gonna go around the horn.
What was his pillars?
What about you guys in the comments? What are your pillars of AEW?
What was his pillars?
He said, "Timeless Tony Storm."
Okay. Let him watch the replay.
Adam Page.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh
my god! No, I want to counter his point because I don't like his pillars already. Anyway, okay, so he copied off of Tony. Who was up 3?
Copy Isaac, copy it.
You copying? Don't do that. What was the other 3?
So take off. So for Miss South, take out MJF here and put in Adam Page.
No.
And take off Ospreay and put in Takeshita or keep Ospreay. I'm kind of on the fence on that one.
Okay. So
that's not bad.
Were you guys gonna go?
Did you want to go Tone or Chris? Which one y'all want?
Chris can go.
So
Chris can go? Okay.
Keep shit.
I don't like dead air, so I'll keep talking.
Shut your ass. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be rude.
So laughing is great.
I'm trying to fucking think. Thank you.
Miss I'll say he don't want to hear each other breathe.
Okay. So
I'm basically filibustering for you.
Kiss my ass. Okay. So I'm sorry, but the only person that I would change would be because Will Ospreay hasn't been there that long, so I would change him for I'm trying to think. Damn. I gotta go. Come back to me. I gotta think, bro. Like this is hard. That's hard.
I actually like this. I don't like 4 though. I want to go to 5. Because
But that's not much of a
it.
challenge
the reason
though.
why I like this.
We have an honorable mention.
And this because remember when I saw this is why I liked it, because one, I'm looking at the show, and these are the 4 faces I see the most.
Mm-hmm.
These are 4 faces I see that when they come out, we know something big about that.
So we can't put John.
Them. But
so we can't put John Moxley on there.
No,
because he's not considered. Okay.
I mean, come on, me and him both got our titles.
I was kind of thinking John Moxley on low key.
No, we got our titles in the briefcase right now, so we good as hell. But I'm just saying, no. But I will put. I like Takeshi. I like of course I like Will Ospreay. So I want to keep Will Ospreay. The reason being, like I said, when this dude come out, guaranteed like the match, this the 5-star, right? But if I'm going with the future, I gotta go with a future guy. Good lord. Damn.
I will put that new guy, that black dude in.
You get in my head because Kevin Knight is gonna be something special.
Him
Junior.
Him or what's his name? What's his name? Juice Burger or whatever his name is. Sweetbox. Yeah, Street. Yeah. Yeah. Street Ball. Yes.
That man said Juice Box, Lord.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's talking about on Speedball.
Speedball. Yeah.
Now see, he saw Speedball live, so he should know better. You should know better.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Man, I became a fan, bro. Like dude.
So I like if I talk about future, if they keep this shit going, Kevin Knight is gonna be on. Kevin Knight is gonna be on.
Kevin Knight is.
But this, I like this order right here because when you see these people pop on the TV, on your TV screen, you see everybody get their ass up. Something's about to happen. Swerve, guaranteed. Because as soon as you hear whose house you got a shirt on right now as we speak, they get onto it. Will Ospreay come out? The electricity. Me finally seeing this man live. He's Ospreay. You feel it. Tony Storm is just a microphone away from just saying something that got you going, what the fuck she just say? And then,
Wait, what is it? Because it's backwards. What is it?
Oh, shit. Come on, your shirt.
Whose house?
I can't, I don't.
You got a mirror, sir.
Can you flip it a little bit? Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Whose house? Yeah, that's it.
It's fucked up. I mean, and with MJF is the only original guy that's still doing his shit and gets reaction. Right now, I'm sorry, he making Bobby Lashley entertaining.
Period. But like Bobby Lashley's not entertaining with all that cosmetic like Botox he wearing.
It's a lot of Vaseline.
Oh, is it? I thought it was baby oil, but whatever.
Hey, hang on.
or some Dawn detergent or some shit, because that man always coming out there looking shiny. I'm like, dude, what type of Diddy shit you been playing in? But
tight ass Steve Harvey suits he's wearing.
Tight ass. I wasn't looking at his head. Oh, okay. All right.
Shout out to Joe.
Yeah,
no, okay. So
I used to wear all back in the day.
You would bring this shit up, wouldn't you?
I mean, it's the truth.
Okay. I'm not dealing with you. So I actually have somebody that can replace Tony Storm, but I don't want to. How about Athena?
Athena as a pillar.
But see, this is my thing with Athena. This is my thing with Athena that somebody gonna say something. Are we really gonna say that the Ring of Honor champion over the AEW champion?
Right.
I say yeah, because to me it's the same company to me. But some smart ass gonna say, "Well, this Ring of Honor, this is AWA pillar." You know what I mean?
So we're not gonna have that same energy. So that's like saying that, okay, they're still saying that one of the pillars from NXT, and they carried it over to the main roster. So we can't use that same energy. over in.
I agree with you, but you know it's some smart ass.
I don't give a fuck about. I'm a smart ass. I don't give a fuck about them. I mean, this is an actual conversation that we're actually having.
Yeah, I had some.
I'm just like saying, can I use her because like I think she is a pillar. We just don't give.
Thank you, 13. Because I say so.
Well, so I think the problem here is that we don't really. We literally have to define our own definition
Yeah, what
of
is
the
a
word
pillar?
pillar.
But that's the beauty of it. It's not a wrong answer. It's your opinion. It's your thought.
Right.
It's like a Mount Rushmore.
So,
like, what's
like,
the Mount Rushmore?
Your 4 pillars with my 4 pillars it don't match, but it's nothing wrong with it. Now, Chris over here, he's thinking I ain't gonna finish that sentence. There's no Diddy.
Because I got Moxley on mine.
You got Moxley on yours?
Yeah, that's what 13 said.
Because think about it, when CM Punk left, who got everything back realigned?
No,
Moxley.
Even before that, when CM Punk got injured.
When CM Punk got injured, Mox stepped up, got the belt. Like going back, that's a pillar to me. Somebody that held it down in the toughest times. Now this current story is not like playing out like I guess the people.
Who can I trust?
Because he didn't want to go home.
He's been and stepped up when needed.
I agree with that.
Because you don't want to go home and babysit and have Miss Paquette.
Yeah. Mox has stepped up when needed. So I will put Mox instead of MJF, and I will put Takeshita in place of Ospreay.
Okay.
I have no problem with Takeshita. I love Takeshita.
That's my.
I don't have a problem with him either. Yeah,
I don't have a problem with Ospreay being on there.
You can't go wrong either way.
Yeah, it's just
if we're going international color, it's either one of those two.
And let's see. 13 says Tony Storm, Moxley, Swerve, Will Ospreay. Willis says everyone that's in the photo.
You can't go wrong. You can't.
Let's see. Toxic says Tony, Swerve, Hangman, Ospreay.
This Ricochet character is perfect. He could literally be up there.
What's that again?
Yeah, Ricochet.
Oh, Ricochet.
Sir,
Ricochet.
No. We are Heels4Lyfe. His name is Trevor. Trevor. Man.
Mr.
No,
Man. Trevor
he is
Man.
Ricochet.
They be slapping the back of that man's head.
Trevor.
Not Trevor. It's
Trevor.
Let's see. And then Statement Wrestling.
Terrible.
Statement Wrestling Podcast. Hey, shout out to our we always shout out our podcast brethren on the show. Statement Wrestling Podcast, Storm, Swerve, Hangman, and Monet. With the runner-up as MJF and Ospreay.
Why did it seem like it says Ocean Spray? I'm sorry.
Okay. Are you here?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not even drunk, by the way. So,
we got one slide left.
Yeah, go for it.
Wednesday, August 20th, Glasgow, Scotland. AEW will be appearing there. And then for we'll see Dynamite and Collision. And then we have Forbidden Door announced Sunday, August 24th. In the O2 Arena. What's up, Raphael?
That's crazy.
So what's y'all thoughts on that?
I think this is going to be the summer of AEW. At this rate,
they're about to take over, Chris.
You said what?
I said they're about to take over.
And I think that this is what WWE do not want. But WWE is literally coming off a very fucked up WrestleMania season. So right now, AEW is not even paying WWE no attention whatsoever. So
and SummerSlam's supposed to be 2 days this year, I think.
August 2nd and 3rd.
Will Hobbs
best move they could do.
You said who?
I said that's he's on me.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the roster. My bad. I'm just looking at all the people that could be pillars, like Will Hobbs or Samoa Joe or
shout out to the ops. They're
rolling, ain't they?
I'm really focused on them.
I got a question on that. So what happens when this is what I love about it. What happens when Hook come back?
Honestly, fuck Hook.
Dang, Willow
Nightingale.
Yeah,
Man,
you can't go.
I'll fuck with Willow.
Bro, you can't go
Yeah.
wrong. You
Yeah,
can't go
fuck
wrong.
with her.
Willow has been her best year, too. So you can't go wrong with this.
So what about Mariah May?
can't say yet.
Really?
I'd say
Oh
yes.
yeah, that's
but
right, because she hasn't resigned, right?
We gotta get that signature on the dotted line first.
So y'all really
Tony's gonna have to negotiate against WWE again.
Oh God. Okay.
On the roast.
So what I'm saying is about AEW. The best thing they can do is don't even think about WWE right now.
Nope.
Agreed.
Let WWE like just let them kill themselves.
And the beauty thing about we've been saying that for I don't know how long. We've been saying, hey, stop bringing WWE up, blah blah. This time when we say it, because your business has been booming without doing any fucking subliminal, none of that y'all focus
Period.
on. I was upset that Super Honor was not on WrestleMania weekend, and then I thought about it. Yeah, that's just the right move because it's this weekend or next weekend. Next weekend coming up.
Wait, you said which one?
The one we went to, Super Honor.
Oh,
yeah, it's they moved it from WrestleMania weekend, and it's gonna be next weekend, I think.
Oh, okay.
So smart move on them.
I'm here for it. And I'm not sounding extra thirsty. I'm actually moist. So I'm good. Thank you. 13. While you up there trying to figure out my dew point. You need to stop. But in other news, AEW Mexico is actually sold out from my understanding. I think they actually had half the arena. I think half the arena was filled, and then they opened the entire arena. And right now they're almost, I think this was like 12 hours ago, and they are almost sold out. So that's fucking awesome.
For everybody that laughed at in AEW going to smaller arenas, intimate settings, this is what you get right here.
You know what? When we were talking about them going to smaller arenas, like basically they had a reset mode, I didn't think that it was going to work. It was actually genius. So whoever came up with that, kudos to them, because I'm not going to lie to you, AEW still is becoming a must see. They're going back to 2021, and it's getting hotter. So
they're gonna be here this Wednesday. Then Nikki's going, and I'm telling you, with these arenas, this intimate setting is way better especially for AEW, for their crowd to get in, because when they go to these big events, it's gonna sell like hot fire. And another thing is their tickets don't go up.
You know who's responsible for AEW where they have shows at now? Smaller arenas, bigger arenas?
Cool.
The highest ranking black man in the history of pro wrestling. Kosher
Who
Irving.
is he? Who is he?
He is their chief operating officer. The person that's in charge of, events.
Yeah, he working WWE.
I think he may have, but so did the person before him, Raphael Morphy. So
why is this Irby character? Why does he reveal himself? I don't even know who he is.
he tweets on Twitter all the time.
But at the same time, it's not about him. It's about
yeah. He's not talent. He won't be on TV. I doubt you ever see him on TV.
No. Okay. But that's what's up. Like that's a very good strategy to have.
It's very good to see Tony Khan actually getting people to help him.
And that's sad though that he's the highest ranking black man in the history of wrestling in 2025.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, because it's basically showing that like AEW is willing to be diverse on like some other companies, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
right in 25 and have a high ranking, position in a wrestling company. That's literally unheard of. So everybody, I believe that concludes our show. So we're gonna go to final thoughts. Did we have anything else, Ziggy?
That's all. That's all we had
Cool.
on the docket.
Cool. We can go around the room.
All right, we're gonna go around the room for final thoughts. We will start with Tone. You're up, sir. Final thoughts, uninterrupted.
All right. So, final thoughts is this: remember that you are fans, okay? But be respectful online. Y'all don't work for none of these companies, and someone got a different opinion or maybe even a fact. You don't have to come out just because you disagree with it and get personal. But I'm telling you right now, you go get found out if someone's going to hurt you. If they gonna hurt you, and especially if you live that one. But that's a whole other story. Be respectful. We're supposed to be a community, but we look like rival villagers and shit, instead of being one happy-go-lucky community. If you love wrestling, no matter what company, if you love wrestling, support it. Because remember, we are the outsiders in the real world. We are the outsiders. Another thing, stop being creepy. Okay, y'all calling everybody casuals, and you're calling yourselves diehard thing because you got the internet and you know it all and stuff like that. And I'm the same blood type as this person. That what the fuck that matters in wrestling? Being a fan, that's creepy. That's sick. You need help. You need Jesus. Stop it. Stay in your place. They don't owe you nothing. They perform for you, and that's about it. I'm gonna be positive, and me and Mercedes the same blood. What the fuck? That's why they don't want to hug y'all. Not only because you stink, because you're weird.
Period.
So stop that. It's a website called Better Talk. Talk it out. Find out what happened to your cat when he was 5 years old. Something. Just stop the signings and stop following motherfuckers at the airport 4 o'clock in the morning to sign something that you're gonna sell on eBay or whatever or Amazon. Stop it. Then
there's also a site called Christian Mingle too. They should try
Christian Mingle. Something. Just
I'm a Christian.
Something. Fill the grass.
No, the fuck you not.
Just stop it. Stop being weird. And that's all I gotta say. Enjoy wrestling.
All right, thanks, Tom. All right, go ahead, Miss
People like to throw the word misused around. I guess phrase misused around. What's another phrase they like to go? They used to say this so and so were misused. They didn't do what they should have done. A certain company dropped the ball on them. All that stuff. Mercedes Moné. WWE dropped the ball. I don't care how long she was there, how many titles she won. They dropped the ball on her. Mercedes Moné is the greatest women's wrestler in the history of women's wrestling. I would love to debate anyone on that. You bring your greatest of all time. You debate me one-on-one. Your greatest of all time against my greatest of all time. I got something for you because I have facts where I can prove it. I can go up and down the line. We can go over to Bayley. Bayley's top 2 matches are still to this day versus her best friend, Mercedes Moné. Charlotte Flair. She has good matches, but her greatest match of all time to me was against Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné. Bianca Belair to this day, her best match was at WrestleMania against Mercedes Moné. Most of the women's wrestlers that are wrestling her in AEW, it's sad to say, but even though we all know that the majority of them haven't been wrestling a long time anyway, but the majority of them best matches were against Mercedes Monet. So I'm sorry to say this to anybody that don't like her, but I don't care. Debate me. Mercedes Monet is the greatest women's wrestler, and I've got 40 years of knowledge to back my claim of all time.
Okay.
Taking that thunder.
All right. He said what he said.
It did turn on the side.
I just want to say, man, where my throwback TNA fans at? I'm talking about.
Wait, you said
Skipper.
You said where your throat at?
Exactly.
I'm bringing it all the way back to Windows XP, bro. Log out, shut it down. But my closing segment is just what my throwback TNA fans.
That throat again.
Where my throwback TNA marks at? I'm talking about Christopher Daniels, Zarian, primetime Eli Skipper. You know what I'm saying? Low-Key, Hernandez, Hernandez. What's
Homicide?
The other guy that ran with Hernandez.
Homicide.
That's his name.
Homicide. Like AJ Styles, of course. And man, come on. If y'all did not grow up and watch throwback TNA from back in the day, please go back and YouTube some of the primetime TNA stuff from the mid 2000s to like the 2010s. Telling y'all missed out on some good wrestling. That was kind of my pocket of wrestling at TNA, and I feel like they didn't get the respect and love that they probably deserved. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. If y'all hadn't seen that, just go back and check some of that stuff out, man. Samoa Joe, of course. But yeah, man, like a Gail. I mean Gail Kim, ODB,
Awesome Cone,
like, bro. Y'all remember ODB, bro? Come on,
I do.
Tell me all.
One with the big titties. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
right.
Eric Young. Come on, man. Like,
you said her teeth young.
I don't know if it's the cheese out there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Shannon, or what it is. There's a different altitude up there, but
all right, Shannon, don't get you.
I don't know what's going on up there with the hearing today. Out there in Milwaukee.
Her throat from you and titties and all that shit. So you better watch your case. You're almost there, sir. Don't throw your life away.
Oh, I got you. There you go. You know about that, Chris?
It's a beautiful people.
I don't. Oh shit! Don't put me on camera like that. Don't put me on camera like that. Okay. Anyway, yeah, everybody, stay tuned for part 2 for what is Chris today. See, the last couple of videos, I was a janitor. What else I was? I was a Christian. And also I was a dentist. Don't wait. I got something for y'all this week. But until that time, everybody, we're gonna have a cookout in the afternoon. Matter of fact, Miss South gave me an idea. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna either have this on Debates on Kate. No. I think this is a cookout situation. We are going to have the best woman wrestler of all time, and I think we're gonna have a great debate on that in the cookout tomorrow. But this will be in the afternoon. So like whenever Mid South is available, I mean, if he wants to co-host with me, we can actually have a show on that.
Will that be on TikTok?
No, this will be on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Yep. My final thought is I have a lot of final thoughts, but I think in one in particular that you fans, you have to understand, like, what you guys do online, it definitely affects others. And my thing is, I'm not going to allow you to destroy my joy, and I'm not going to allow you to destroy other people's joy as well. So I will call your ass out if I have to let you know that at the end of the day, you need to find out if you are a wrestling fan, or are you a company man or woman, or you just some type of dick sucker that just wants attention. I have dealt with those. I do not know how many times on several occasions when I'm on TikTok or on social media, but I will check people. I will. I have no problem doing that shit. But we are wrestling fans. We are entitled to like whatever we want to like, but you don't have a right to shit on people just because they like something that you dislike, if that makes sense. We got a lot of shit lined up. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms. We are almost approaching 5,000 followers on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. We're growing rapidly on all of our social media networks. So great shit with that. Also, just to let you guys know, I will be in Texas for All In. So right now, shout out to the Wrestling Collective if they are hearing me right now. Me and Brett are thinking about getting a Airbnb and actually doing a show in Texas, and doing a show with the collective. So we got a lot of shit lined up for you guys. Also, we're going to be doing a live cookout with Mid South at his home. So yeah, keep watching us, everybody, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for grinding with us and following us. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for grinding on us. What?
Buy
the merch. Yes, buy the merch. Check us out on Pro Wrestling Tees / Heels4Lyfe. Thank you.
Well, sure. As long as you don't trip and fall like your brother.